Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on today. This episode of As the Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose. I am your host, Nacho Mama. Some people call me Crystal, some people call me Criddle, like Riddle with a C. Either way, Nacho Mama is a personality, not a person. Today we're going to read for the collective of Scorpio, the Scorpio collective. It doesn't matter if you're a man dealing with a woman dealing with a man dealing with a man, or a woman dealing with a woman. We're just going to read for the entire Scorpio collective, see what sort of messages Spirit has for us today. I can say us because I have 5 placements in Scorpio. If you guys don't know your placements, there are so many apps out there. My favorite one is Astro Matrix. I learned a lot about the way I do things, the why I do things by finding out my star chart. Like a star chart is like your X marks the spot of where all the planets were at the exact time and place of your birth. It's like who sunk your battleship, except for it's you. It's all where the planets were when you were born. It's only unique to you. So I definitely recommend checking out all the apps that they have online, finding out information, get your placements, find out where you're at. See where if your Venus is in this, or your Mars is in that, or your where your Chronon's at, or there's so many different planets. We just mainly focus on our sun signs, but there's so much more to us than just our sun sign. So, and now it's even easier. Like before, back in the day, you used to take hours and hours to do a star chart. Now you can just put in your birth date and your time. All you need is your time of birth and the place you were born, and the computer does the calculations for you. Super, super easy. And definitely recommend learning the most you can about yourself, right? So Scorpio. Let's see where the Scorpio collective is at today. Sort of messages Spirit has for the Scorpio collective. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Super, super, super excited to be where I'm at. And I'm very blessed by your presence. Thank you for being here. Thank you to all of you that have subscribed, and thank you to all of you that are about to. Much love. Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. See what the main energy is. That one wanted to flip. Tower in reverse. So it's either things have fallen apart around you, and you're it kind of feels like the world's on fire, but you're totally fine. It's like if I just ignore it, it'll go away. If I just ignore it, it'll go away. We have corruption and ignorance. So I feel like and conceal. So there might have been somebody concealing some sort of information from you, and you might have already known it, but you just kind of ignore it. Like when we lay in bed next to somebody we know that is lying to us, and we keep apologizing to them for, questioning their integrity, or kissing somebody that is cheating on you, and you keep apologizing to them for acting crazy, even though you know that they did something, but you're just kind of ignoring it and lying to yourself, and lying to yourself. It's like you're ignoring some sort of tower. You're just acting like it doesn't exist, acting like it, pretending like it's just going to go away. Like maybe if I don't pay attention to it, it'll just go away. But the truth. I always hated that feeling when I knew somebody was up to no good, and you try to call them out on their no goodness, and then they turn it around on you and act like you're the crazy one, and then you start apologizing to them for questioning their integrity or their lack of integrity. It's like, but your mind already knows it. Your spirit already knows. you already know the truth, but you lay there and kiss on them and tell them that you're sorry for questioning them, and, that you believe them and their lies, even though you really don't. And it's like, but you're just lying to yourself. So you feel like you're ignoring some sort of dumpster fire. But you know the truth. Yeah, you just don't want it to turn hostile again. Every time that you bring it up, like, it turns into this hostile environment, this hostile conversations, these, then they flip the script on you, start calling you crazy. Even though they're the ones that are actually doing it, they're mad at you because you called them out on their bullshit. But if you're sitting there lying there next to them, acting like you believe them, then you're still lying to them too, If you honestly don't believe somebody, just tell them, like, look, I don't believe you. But then at that point, you have to make a choice of if you're going to, stay, or if you're going to go. If you're going to keep acting like you believe them, even though you know for a fact you don't. Or if you're just going to continue on, even though you know the truth. But that choice is up to you. I've had homies, like, some of my homies used to come over my house and stuff, and they'd be like so pissed off and in a rage, and they're like, oh, she accused me of this and this and this, and they act all pissed off about it. And I'm like, but gee, that's what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to be mad at her for calling you out on your bullshit, and they come over here acting like you weren't doing the bullshit to begin with, but, like, for a fact that you were. It's like, people get so caught up in their own lies. It's like they have to make a lie to cover up their lie, to cover up their other lie, and then they start believing it, and then they act like they're mad at you for calling them out on it, even though they're the ones that were doing it in the first place. Purpose. So you need to know that it's your choice if you're going to accept this or not. If you're laying there and for a fact that somebody's been up to no good, don't lie to them, telling them that you believe them when you know for a fact you don't. Don't lie to yourself saying that you believe them. Don't tell them, oh, it's okay, I'm sorry, I'm the crazy one. You know what I mean? And then lie there and then be all up in your head about how this motherfucker's some bullshit, or this bitch did this or this or this, and then be going over it in your head and, like, toss and turn and, have all this dialogue going on in the background when for a fact you don't believe them. If you don't believe somebody, just own the fact that you don't believe them, and then it's like, I'm going to do this with or without you. I'm going to believe it this way, with or without whatever it is that you believe, whether it be the truth or not the truth. Like, I believe this. And then stand firm in that. And then make your decisions based off of that. Yeah, shift that energy. Don't be laying in bed next to somebody is lying to you, and then lying to them saying that you believe them. Like, no, I don't believe you, but I'm still making the choice to be with you. Or, no, I don't believe you, so this is my action according to that. But don't lay there and lie next to somebody and lie to yourself. Because then they'll just continue doing what it is they're doing and keep calling you crazy for calling them out on it, It makes you weak. It makes you feel weak. It makes your energy force weak. Every time that you lay there and you act like you believe this person, or, lie to yourself and lie to them saying that you believe them when you know damn well you don't, it makes you weak. Part of being accountable for ourselves is owning everything that we believe, even if somebody doesn't agree with it or not. Like, no, this is what I believe, this, and I'm going to believe this with or without you. So, I mean, you have to make your own choice if you're going to continue on laying there next to a person, lying to them and lying to yourself because they're lying to you. It's like one lie just starts covering up another lie and covering up another lie. And usually we aren't upset about the fact that, you know, somebody did something. Yeah, it hurts. You know, most of the times that I've been with somebody that has done something fucked up, you know, and I knew it, I was more upset when I found out the truth, when I actually knew the truth and I tried to believe him, that I tried to believe him. You know, it was more upsetting to my soul and to my inner being when I tried to believe them even though I knew better, than when I was just like, nope, this is I don't believe you and I'm not gonna believe you, and this is the way it is, you know? And then when I found out that they were actually doing it, it didn't hurt so bad. But when I laid there and tried to pretend like I believed somebody, and then I found out that my intuition was on point the whole time, then it was a whole nother story. Then I betrayed myself, you know? Because not only did they betray you, but you're betraying yourself that way. Yeah, Three of Swords. You're just adding more misery to your own suffering. If you already know, your intuition's already telling you, don't act like you believe them if you don't. Because not only are you lying to them, which you're accusing them of doing to you, you're doing that right back to them. But then you're lying to yourself on top of it. And then when you do find out the truth, it's going to make you feel a million times worse than had you just been like, nope. Queen of Cups. Yeah, you need to be reflective of your own truth, reflective of your own feelings. Like, do you really, really trust that what they're saying to you is the truth? You know, do you really honestly believe this person? Because it feels like there's some sort of shady underlying, you know, something shady going on in the background there. You know, and you have to be honest with yourself. If you honestly don't believe them, then don't lie to yourself either. You know, Four of Swords. You know, take a moment to reflect. Take a moment to be honest with with yourself. To really go inside and to really evaluate rather or not how you really feel about this situation, and then stop lying about it. Stop lying to you. Stop lying to them. Because it's only going to hurt you in the long run. You know, if you honestly feel something about something, then at least own it, you know? Don't lay there and lie to yourself and lie to them, saying that you believe them when you know damn well you don't. Because it's just going to make you feel that much worse at the end when you find out that your intuition was correct, you know? Yeah, change. There's got to be some sort of change here. You are struggling with it. Like the twos are the seeds, man. What sort of seeds are you planting? Like, our minds are the gardens and our thoughts are the seeds. We can plant flowers, or we can plant weeds, man. Or we can plant trees. But I really feel like there are some of you out there that are lying to yourself. You know, and in lying to yourself, you're lying to somebody else, which means you're doing exactly what it is that you're accusing them of doing. And one lie starts another lie. You have to use another lie to cover up another lie. You know, and it's this perpetual, never-ending cycle of cover-up, of making some sort of cover-up, you know? But when you own everything that you are, everything that you ever will be, every real feeling that you have, then there's nothing that anybody can take from you. Like, nope, this is what I believe, and I'm going to believe this irregardless of what you say. You know, this is my truth. You know, don't lay there and act like you believe them when you don't. That is not part of loving yourself. That is not part of owning who you are. If you're laying next to somebody lying to yourself and lying to them, saying that you believe them when you know damn well you don't lie to yourself. You know, I used to think that loving myself was just, I used to say it all the time, like, yeah, I'm a bad bitch, I love myself. But I had no idea how involved and how deep loving yourself actually really meant, like how much that meant you had to be accountable for who you were, how you feel, your true emotions. You can't lay next to somebody that you don't believe, that you think is doing some bullshit to you, and then lie to yourself and say that you believe them when you know that you don't. Like, that is not in the lines of loving yourself. It involves so much more than just words. It's so much more accountability of our true feelings, of holding our own feelings, holding ourselves accountable for how we really feel. A lot of times we hide that because we don't want conflict, we don't want drama. But in the long run, we just end up with conflict and drama anyways, because we stuff it inside, and then we blow up out of nowhere, because we've repressed it for so long. Like, you can't lay next to somebody saying that you believe them when you don't. If you truly honestly don't, then own the fact that you truly honestly don't. Because, man, it's crazy how people will actually believe their own lies on top of it. Like I said, my homie's coming to my house like, oh, I can't believe she accused me of this and this and this, and like acting real mad about it. Like they have a right to be mad that their woman just called them out on their bullshit. And it's like, bro, but that's what you're doing, But people get so caught up in their lies and their lies to cover their lies that they feel like they have the right to be mad about covering up their lie, about their lie being covered out, about their lie being uncovered. Accountability and integrity takes a lot of inner work, man. We have the Hierophant on the deck switch and on the cut, and we have the Three of Cups, which is celebration. Like, you'll be happy that you followed your own self. You'll be able to celebrate that you followed your own intuition, your own wisdom within. You'll be happy that you stuck up for yourself, and didn't listen to this bullshit just to find out that it was bullshit later. Every time that I've been super, super hurt by someone else, like cheating on me or whatever, it's because I acted like I believed them when I knew I didn't. And the one time that I was like, nope, I'm going to just own myself. Like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I'm going to feel this way with or without you. You're either on my side or you're in my way kind of feeling. Then it didn't hurt so bad when I found out the truth. Because at least I wasn't lying to myself, We have the High Priestess, because you already know. You already know. The Five of Swords. You're just worried about that conflict. Yeah, they're gonna fight you when you call them out on their bullshit. But you're fighting your own self about calling out your own bullshit. But it's got to be called out. Like, they call it growing pains for a reason, man. You don't have to fight about it. It's not like you have to fight. It just is what it is. It is what it is. And part of owning yourself is owning your actual true feelings, owning your truth. If that's a way you really truly feel, then don't lay there pretending like you don't feel that way. Because that's not doing you or them any good whatsoever. That's just going to perpetuate this feeling, because it's not going to go away. If you honestly don't believe somebody, you could be laying there next to them for the rest of your life, not believing them, going over it in your head about how you don't believe them. It's not going to go away. Why? Because it's true for you. And if you don't follow your truth, then it's going to haunt you, and it'll always be there. You need to make that final judgment, man. Decide how it is that you truly feel. And then own it. Let's see what sort of message we can get from Spirit of Ganesh. What sort of advice do we have from the Ganesh card for the Scorpio collective? Scorpio. Spiritual quest. Number 40. You are called to realize your full potential and choose to become a force for good in the world. Whether you or not you are aware of it, you are embarking on a great spiritual quest. Your soul is leading you to a myriad of discoveries about who you truly are and what you came here to achieve this lifetime. Each of us has a unique journey that is tailored especially for us and is designed for us to reach our highest potential. During this quest, you will gain significant insight into your purpose here on Earth. For many, this journey will have been preceded by a period of upheaval, confusion, and conflict, which has birthed a desire for greater clarity and concrete answers about the meaning and purpose of your life. From the spiritual journey you are undertaking, you will gain wisdom, enlightenment, and enhanced sense of your personal power. As you travel on this path, make a point to commit to the quest and not be tempted by distractions that may cause you to veer off track. Ganesha urges you to focus your energy less on having and more on simply being. Your spiritual growth can be enhanced by regular practice of meditation and self-reflection at this time, right? Owning how you feel, going in and reflecting like how you truly feel. And then taking the actions to own it, to own your own truth, to be the best you that you could possibly be is being true to you. Because in the long run, that's all you really have is you. You know, we might have family, we might have friends, we might have co-workers, we might have, people around us. But when it comes down to it, nobody has to deal with the things that you go through in your mind every day but you. Nobody has to relive, laying there next to somebody that you don't believe and then acting like you believe them but you. So make sure that you're doing justice by you. To thy own self be true is the best service that we can do for God, source, universe, creator, whatever you want to call it. To thy own self be true. And not in a selfish way, but truly owning everything that you are, everything that you ever will be. Truly owning your inner truth. Let's see what we can get from the angel affirmations. Angels, what sort of messages do you have for these Scorpios? Have confidence. Moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lean upon us if your confidence wavers, and we will buy you your courage and faith. And listen. Quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to her gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desired manifestations. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Listen. And creative project. Your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We're guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity into your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited and reignites passion towards your life. Let's see what we can get from the 4 agreements. The 4 agreements for Scorpios. Ask for what you want. Find the courage to ask for what you want. Others have the right to tell you yes or no, but you always have the right to ask. Likewise, everybody has the right to ask you for what they want, and you have the right to say yes or no. Don't make assumptions. Be aware of unconscious assumptions. Assumptions are made so fast and unconsciously, most of the time because we have agreements to communicate this way. We have agreed that it is not safe to ask questions. We have agreed that if people love us, they should know what we want or how we feel. Don't make assumptions. Discern the truth. The problem with making assumptions is that we believe they are the truth. We make an assumption, we misunderstand, we take it personally, then we react by sending emotional poison with our word. This creates a whole big drama for nothing. Always do your best and honor yourself. Honor the man or woman that you are. Take the risk to express your dream. Taking action is about living fully and expressing what you are, owning every bit of your truth. Owning every bit of your truth, owning everything that you are, everything that you've ever been. Makes it to where your chain is unyankable, your goat is ungettable, you know? When you own everything that you are, then the people that they'll either love you or they'll hate you, or they'll both. They'll love to hate you, you know, but at least you'll be true to yourself and won't end up finding out that you are upset mostly because you weren't true to yourself. We're always the most upset when we don't follow our own true self. So make sure that you are true to yourself in as many ways as you possibly can be. I mean, it doesn't happen overnight. But take those steps to be as true to yourself as you can be, to follow your own inner truth. I love you guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you feel inclined. And until next time, Nacho Mama out. Vroom, beep, beep.